Hey everybody, this is Fighter Kaus, your host for the Geek Fighters, the guy who started the Geek Fighters, and the other guy you see somewhere. I don't know where I'm located. Top right or top left?
You're top left again.
Okay. To my right is 16-bit Jeff. Bottom right, Visible Ninja. Right under me is Double RPG Reviews, the guy who will be hosting this week's final episode of E3 Predictions because
it is Nintendo.
It's Nintendo, and he is Mr. Nintendo. Yes, and hi, LPH.
And this
is this, it's all him.
And this is the place where we honor everybody.
Thank you, Jeff.
This is the place where we honor everybody, including the Saya people.
Damn Saya people.
I had to tell everybody about Malaysian Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, we talked about it on Saturday, and I was just giggling like crazy whenever I was watching the dubs, what you and our good friend Bad Gamer was posting in our Discord chat. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. So, how's everybody doing today?
My allergies are kicking my butt.
Yeah, I noticed. You're having a little nose goblins seem to be giving you some hard time, aren't they?
Yeah. Like Dusty Rhodes would say, hard times.
Also, he got a bicycle.
He's got a bicycle.
Yep.
He's got a bicycle. Jeff, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good.
And you, Visible Ninja?
Not too shabby. Thank you very much.
Good.
Did you get a new Gunpla when I came in the chat, or was that something that you and Kaus were just kind of...
We were just bantering.
Oh,
so...
bantering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's about it. I've been playing my 3DS XL a lot more recently since I just got it in the mail last week. So
nice.
And I'll hopefully be picking up some more 3DS games coming soon.
Awesome. I just got finished completing Final Fantasy 13 on PC back on Sunday. Now, whether or not if I will do that extra content, I mean the post-game content, I've decided against it because I really don't see any incentive to do that because...
There really isn't.
Yeah, because it just... There really isn't that much of an incentive value to where after you completed the main game to where you could go back and do the in-game stuff. Unless if you want to get, like, the achievements and trophies, of course, but...
right.
But I just
Trophy
decided...
Hunter, we are not.
But, do what?
Trophy Hunters, we are not.
No.
Exactly.
No.
But
No, we're
I
not.
will say, for the benefit of the doubt, I will complete a game at 100% and only if it's necessary. But other than that, no. 13's not really up my alley, so that's why I moved on to 13.2 after that. And then I got Lightning Returns, and then Final Fantasy Type 0, but at least thank God I'm out of the long hallways, so I don't have to experience those again.
Yeah.
Do you have Type 0 on disc or digital?
Both.
Cause
okay.
I'm like, yo, if you don't mind sending me the disc, cause I am like, what's that word? Like, I need to beat that game. My dad got to beat it. I never got the chance. It's like a mental thing. Like, I have to beat it.
Yeah.
I never got the chance. He beat it, then he sold it.
Well, if you want, maybe I could talk to you after the show or something. Maybe I could try to work out something to where we could actually get that to you a bit quicker. But who knows?
Yeah, it's not important. It's just like a mental thing. Like I said, like I just feel like I need to beat it. I want closure.
Yeah. A lot of us do, but I'll tell you what. After I beat Type 0, which I'm probably going to be playing the disc version on the PS4 that I have, once I beat it, I'll probably just end up sending it to you right away.
By the way, you have to beat it twice to get the real ending.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Dang it.
Which game?
Type 0.
Oh, yeah.
Once you beat it once, you get a bad ending, then you gotta... Oh, wait! You gotta do a new game plus, and then you get the real ending.
Yeah, that makes sense. Square.
That's their way of saying, let's pad this out.
Let's milk this out even more.
Let's cuck you out at the beginning and then force you to play twice as long.
Oh, God, my nose is going nuts.
Square.
I'll be back. Oh, as for me, since before I sneeze or something. I was playing Kiwami 2
Nice.
on the PS4, trying to do the sub-stories I care about. And then my PS4, funny, I showed Metal and Jeff before we streamed that, like, because my PS4 spit the disc out.
Yep.
And I showed them just how far it spit the disc out, too. And I'm like, wow.
No joke.
Quite a ways.
I basically threatened my PS4. If you keep this up, I'm selling you for a Switch.
You should.
And then it started playing Kiwami just fine.
Yeah, you should.
I was like, oh, please don't sell me.
Yeah,
Too late.
now Kiwami, I mean, the Yakuza games need to end up on more platforms aside from just PS4 and Steam.
Mm-hmm.
We can only hope. Maybe there will be an announcement at E3 for all those, but
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of E3, might as well go ahead and get on with today's talk. We are on the last episode with our Road to E3 2019 live streams, where 2 weeks ago we talked about third parties. Last week we were in 16-bit Jeff's territory with Microsoft. And for this week, to end off our finishing line towards E3, we are on my home turf, and that would be Nintendo.
Mhm.
Now, as far as rumors go, we have not been able to get any rumors on social media sites, like Reddit or even on Reset Era or any of those forum websites or anything like that of that matter, because whenever it comes to Nintendo at E3, they seem to play things really, really close to their chest on a yearly basis. And, a lot of people can see that as being both a blessing and a curse. Blessing because they don't want to be spoiled too much, or a curse because it doesn't really give them that much to talk about in terms of, like, what the predictions are going for. So
I just saw how I jumped in the camera. That was kind of weird. It's like I just popped in.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was weird.
So, yeah, like I said, it could either be a blessing or it could be an Achilles heel, which way you ever think of it. So, think of it like hit or miss, if you want to put it in that perspective.
Yeah.
But we can confirm games that we will most likely see at the event, based on what I have typed here, but from both first-party and third-party games that are coming to the system, the ones that have the most relevance to the platform, of course.
All right.
So let's go ahead and talk about the confirmed games that are actually going to be there for the first-party side. And I'll go ahead and I'll list them off, and then we can talk about it from there. And then we'll talk about the third parties, and then we'll probably just get on with our predictions afterwards. And we can either be realistic or we can just be crazy-ass goofy with our predictions. Like
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, confirmed games from the first parties. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing more information about Luigi's Mansion 3. Astral Chain from Platinum Games. That's the second exclusive IP that they're collaborating with Nintendo on. Demon X Machina from the creators of
Armored Core.
Yeah, Armored Core. Animal Crossing 2019, which is something that a lot of people have been looking forward to.
Oh yeah.
Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is definitely up Jerry's territory.
Yes, I am definitely looking forward to that.
And we also have, for all of us, one that we're actually looking forward to more is the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd
LPA
say...
said something interesting.
Yeah, it says Nintendo is like the Yakuza of video games. It's like, you don't...
Funny, that's what I call Konami. And,
It's like, don't even leak our stuff, or else we'll send the ninjas after you.
Pretty much.
And hello, Nervous Orange. Welcome to the stream.
And welcome to chat.
hello!
And so, also, if you guys have any predictions that you want to display in the chat that we could possibly talk about and deliver our own thoughts on, then definitely, by all means, type it in the chat. And,
Yeah, go ahead. Bring your own crazy or not crazy predictions on Nintendo. Or heck, because it's the last one, any of them, any company.
Yes.
Why
We
not?
just probably won't read them until the end, but...
Oh yeah.
Super Mario
if
Maker
it's-
2 will definitely see, like, the last final tidbits for that game before it releases that same month in the next couple weeks after E3. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order from Team Ninja.
Funny enough, you brought that up. Game Informer just came out, and they have that's their cover story.
Not surprising.
And lastly, in terms of the at least confirmed first parties that we're going to see at E3, for first-party games for Nintendo side of things is Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, nice.
Yes. A lot of people, there are those who are looking forward to it, while there are those who feel very indifferent, but I'm kind of in the middle, but I'm still willing to give it a try.
No, I get
By
that.
the way, Nervous Orange asked, how is everyone?
We're doing great.
Good.
I'm trying. I was saying,
but
when the stream started, my nose has been...
He has nose goblins giving him some trouble right now because of allergies, so that's why Fighter Chaos is having a bit of trouble. But
I'm trying.
But he is trying.
You hear that sniff? You hear the sniffles, like, yeah. And also, Metal, you have a lovely cat.
That's what
Thank
Nervous
you.
Orange said. So, hey, it's always nice when we see others that pop in, like Jeff's cat or your cat, Metal.
Mm-hmm.
Gives the stream a lot of variety.
Yeah, she likes to pop in.
Yeah, that is a cute cat. But anyway, your guys' thoughts on these games? What do you expect? What do you predict or expect that we'll actually hear more about from these games, or which ones do you think that may or may not show up based on what I have talked about?
LPH already has a prediction. I don't know how valid, how plausible it is, but I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
He said Kid Icarus to the Switch.
Yes.
Why not? I mean, heck, what was the last one? Uprising? How long ago was that?
Oh,
that
jeez.
was 7 years ago.
And how long ago was the last one on Game Boy?
20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
it's time. It's time. Make one.
It's later time. Now,
Yeah.
Now, I could definitely see these being, on the show floor and even talked about during the Nintendo Direct. But as far as where they are placed in terms of their release dates, I can definitely see Luigi's Mansion either being a September or October release, whereas Astral Chain is in for late August. Animal Crossing, probably a November or most likely December release if they want to go for a holiday season release. Pokemon Sword and Shield, definitely November. Link's Awakening.
Yeah, that's their time for Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. Link's Awakening remake, not really sure, but hopefully maybe October, I would say probably an early October release, or possibly in September. Possibly. And, of course, Super Mario Maker 2 for next month, at the end of next month, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, and Fire Emblem, both for July.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Jeff? Because I got some ideas.
Well, it's kind of hard for Nintendo at the moment because they keep,
yeah.
like most of the parties we were talking about, like Microsoft, funny enough, last week, they're keeping their cards close to their chest. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing, but realistically, I feel like what you guys brought up about a possible new Kid Icarus, I could see that happening, regardless if it's either a new game or just a high-res port of was it 2013 and 2012?
It was 2012.
It was 2012, but I could see it up. I can see a high-res HD port of that game coming to the Switch
with just traditional controller support, because
that
stylus control was abysmal in the 3DS game.
Yeah. And then the sad thing is, it was a great game too. You know what I mean?
It was a great game, but it killed it with that control scheme. It always hurt my hand when I was trying to play it.
Yeah, that's why it came with the stand, or they recommended you use the circle pad with it. So, just to make it easier to hold while playing.
Remember which Zelda game it was that had that control too?
Oh yeah,
it was
Spirit Tracks
and Twilight,
Phantom Hourglass
and Spirit Tracks.
There was also Dragon Ball Adventure on DS that had that too, and I was like, oh, which was a good, because it was OG Dragon Ball. It was actually a good game, but man, yeah.
I mean, it was a good concept for its time, but looking at it now, it's just
stylus control.
Gimmicky as hell. That was a problem.
No.
By the way, one of my predictions is just I'm surprised only y'all said it, because y'all mentioned Astral Chain. They said they will show more of it. That's Bayo 3.
Yeah.
Bayo 3, I'm definitely seeing that more as a release for next year, but maybe possibly a tease on what the actual gameplay is going to be like, because it was teased by Kamiya not too long ago, saying that we possibly might hear some Bayonetta 3 news coming sometime soon. But
yeah, that's why I think we'll see something.
Mm-hmm. And they've been saying that they want to revamp the new Bayonetta game to not be exactly like the last couple games, just to make it feel like it's more up to date with the times, I guess, for what they're going for with the gameplay mechanics. But LPH, or not LPH, but why did I confuse you for LPH there, Metal?
I don't know. It's a very
I call him Wheels. I call him well, that's one I won't say here.
And you got your prediction, Jeff's got his, and Jerry's got his. So I think for the confirmed games at least. So let's go ahead and dive into the third-party games while we're at it. And these are the ones that are either exclusive to the Nintendo Switch or ones that are probably the most the most relevant in terms of the third parties at this time.
I have something I thought of. Starlink was Ubisoft. I'm thinking of Ubisoft. Ubisoft was showing crazy support for Nintendo ever since the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Starlink, I feel like since it gets exclusive DLC, if there's a sequel, it might just be exclusive to Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is possible.
It is. That is a high possibility, yeah.
Add Metroid support for once.
At least put her ship in.
Yeah, exactly.
This time, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to have a game where you can only just control Samus's ship.
And make a model of that ship. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice.
Which one? OG model or Metroid Prime 3 model or?
Depends on which version they put in.
Yeah, because her ship has many different forms.
The one I'm thinking of is Super Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, OG ship.
Yeah.
Or the vanilla ship, basically. All right, so let's talk about the third-party games that we do definitely know are coming to the Nintendo Switch, either exclusively or ones that have the most relevance at this time. Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of an Elusive Age.
Yeah, that version of Dragon Quest is coming with everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was thinking, I need to get the PS4. I might as well just get the Switch version.
Yeah, because that's basically the Definitive Edition, even more so than the PC port.
Yeah, not only are you getting the content that was available on the PS4 and the Steam version, but you're also getting a bit more exclusive content added into the mix as well.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered.
Well, I never got to play the original. I mean, that's kind of interesting.
Now, we also know that's coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and the PC as well, but we all know that...
It started off on Nintendo, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we already had the mass influx of Final Fantasy games arrive on the eShop and the Nintendo Switch not too long ago with Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, 10-2 HD Remaster, and recently with Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age.
Right.
You might get something extra that's only on Switch with that, then.
Yeah, possibly.
That'd be cool if we did, yeah.
But I do like the fact that not only is there a local multiplayer, but there's also online multiplayer for that game.
Mm-hmm.
So that ought to be fun.
Yeah.
And returning to Dragon Quest, there's also Dragon Quest Builders 2. That's also coming to the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Which I got to play. And yes, that game is... The first Dragon Quest Builders is already pretty good. I played that one too, but Builders 2 adds a lot more stuff, and I'm actually looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
It even has first-person mode if you want to go full Minecraft.
And LPH says in regards to Final Fantasy, and yet no FF8.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to bring it up because my heart... Because that's my favorite one.
See, the best thing that they could possibly do, well, aside from reverse engineering the game, is possibly have somebody like Silicon Studios actually remaking the game through Unity Engine, like what they did with Final Fantasy IX.
Star Child, get my message.
So maybe that's a possibility that they're.
I hope so. I hope
they
so.
have some, down the pipeline, or we could just get a full-on enhanced remake that we've also been yearning for too.
Would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, Dragon Quest Builders 2. Now, when it comes to the Dragon Quest games, when they release to the West, we all know that Nintendo has been an avid supporter when it comes to publishing the Dragon Quest games for the Western audience. So, there's definitely no doubt in my mind that they're going to be publishing both Dragon Quest XI S as well as Dragon Quest Builders 2 for the Nintendo Switch. All right, so next up, something up both Fighter Chaos and 16-Bit Jeff's territory, and that's Kill la Kill If.
That's coming to Switch? I didn't even know that.
Yes, it is.
I thought it was just Xbox and PS4. Well, there you go. I wonder how it'll perform on Switch. That's kind of my problem right now with Switch. I really want one. A lot of games are uncensored there. A lot of games I want are on there. But unfortunately, some games don't perform as well as they would on PS4. Like Xenoblade Chronicles. You got to play that docked, basically.
Yes.
From what I've heard. Like,
sadly,
and a lot of... like, that's kind of like a bummer for me. Like, basically I still like it a lot.
Basically
but
a red herring in a sense.
Maybe a revision is coming. We'll talk about that later.
Right.
Okay. Now we're getting a bit into more of the Western territory, and that is Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal, yep.
Oh yeah.
Sexy.
Wolfenstein, Young.
Yes, and Youngblood's also coming in Switch, but the downside is that they're only releasing the box in stores, but what it only contains is the download voucher.
Oh, that's
kind
of
no sense.
Yeah, what the heck?
It kind of doesn't. I mean, I know more and more things are doing that. I know infamously Fallout 76's collector's edition was just a cardboard disc.
No,
with your
it wasn't a
phone
collector's edition. It was all the editions, including the basic.
Oh, jeez.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
And I know that Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster kind of did the same thing for the PlayStation Vita when it came to when trying to play Final Fantasy X-2, where you have to have the original cartridge on there to play it, and you have to do it the same for the Nintendo Switch version. And why LPH? That is a good question.
Why? Because
why exactly? Why not? If you're gonna bloody publish the box, you might as well make the cart.
Yeah, because if it's under 32 gigabytes right now for like the proprietary cartridge, or if they at least already released or made public the 64-bit proprietary cartridges, then at least it should be applicable to get that game on a cartridge like that.
It feels like I don't want to say rush. They not rush the game, but they wanted to rush the manufacturing of the game, and that stuff wasn't available then. And instead they're like, "Oh, let's just put a code in there. We don't want to delay the game just to make a cart." Although I wouldn't have been mad if they delayed it to make the cart.
Oh yeah, because
as long as we're still getting
there's a lot of people that still prefer physical over digital,
and I'm one of them. I know.
Ditto. Same way too.
Because those physical editions of games, they tend to have more collector's value.
Yeah.
LPH says, to me it's lazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, instead of wanting to just wait.
Well, to be blunt,
they wanted to make that release date. I was like, they could. I would have. Excuse me. It's not would have. It's would have. Would have is. Anyways. I would have been okay if they said, we're going to delay the Switch version to make sure you actually get a physical cart.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll wait. I'm okay waiting for that physical cart.
But Jerry, we know this is the Bethesda way.
That's right, Bethesda. It's golly, yeah, that's right. Todd Cowan.
People tend to forget that ZeniMax and Bethesda are one the same.
They are.
Oh yeah. And
speaking of, did Rage come out?
But to conclude, if
it came out last week.
Oh, which one?
Rage 2.
Rage.
Oh yeah, Rage 2.
Is that an okay release? At least
it's getting mixed to average reviews from what I've been reading.
Oh,
yeah,
just like the original, sadly.
Mm-hmm. Now Bethesda, I'm gonna say, If you plan on releasing Wolfenstein Youngblood on physical cartridge in the future, and if you have to go through somebody like limited run games, I'm sorry, but you guys are just lazy as all hell. I'm sorry, you can't.
Watch that happen.
Yeah, I mean,
I was
like
just
limited
thinking about
run
limited
games
run,
for
yeah.
what they do, but still, that's.
Oh hey, Star Child, better late than never. He said they screwed up the way Twitch works on PS4. Oh, that's what happened.
Oh, jeez.
Not surprised.
Why? I was just saying, why am I not surprised?
Of course.
Last time I used the app, it was pretty janky. So.
Yep.
Boy, those ponies at Sony are sure not doing their job right, aren't they?
Nope.
Or whoever runs the app.
Run by a bunch of ponies, the actual ponies, not the actual fans. But I guess we could also call the diehard fanboys ponies too, if we want to go for that.
I guess so.
I forgot the way I was going to start the stream. A half hour later. Jeff, a half hour later, and
Jerry!
And I wrote it down. I said, I will.
You did!
I wrote it down.
Ugh.
I just remember, you know what I was going to start? I was going to say, oh, we're an hour late. I'll allow it, though. But watch yourself, Double R. That's what I was supposed to say.
Yeah, supposed to.
Supposed
Okay.
to.
Supposed to.
I'll allow it, but watch yourself.
Star Child also says, normally you can just type in with the keyboard if you have the one connected to the PS4, but it wouldn't work unless you choose a keyboard option. Lol.
Oh, man. So, yeah, the USB keyboard is supposed to just work. Supposed to.
Supposed to.
LPH says, I see the update of the Twitch PS4 app. So apparently they just updated it.
I see.
Okay.
And we got a couple more in terms of the third-party games on the Switch that I need to bring up. And the second to last one that I bring up that I'm possibly that we might be able to see more on, since we only saw it at the beginning of 2017 with only a small tease, but that would be Shin Megami Tensei 5.
They announced that, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
2 years ago during the Nintendo, Nintendo Switch presentation live stream where they showed it off, it and the games for the first time.
And then nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
In that time, that Child game, Lost Child, something like that, from the people who made El Shaddai.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That came out in the meantime. Shit, SMT5 still hasn't.
The pseudopigrapha.
Yeah,
so I see that the Lost Child and the sequel to El Shaddai kicked Shin Megami Tensei 5's ass.
Again, the series, I hope they make more. I don't know how well the sales did for Lost Child.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten the game yet. I think I might be able to spare $10 if it's on sale. I don't know how much the game is.
Right.
Okay, and last but not least, returning back to Square Enix, and that is that new game from Tokyo RPG Factory, Oninaki.
That's the action RPG. Whoa, that's a big bump. I thought it was in here. I got freaked out. That was just a big bumblebee hovering outside. I was like, oh wait, no, it's outside. Star Child. So yeah, Oninaki. That's the action RPG, right? That's the one.
That's
yeah. That one actually looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the first time they're doing action RPG for the genre from Tokyo RPG Factory, because when it came to I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere, they were both turn-based. That kind of followed in the similar vein to Chrono Trigger's gameplay mechanics.
Very much so, yeah.
Now,
I don't know what critics are saying about those games, but I thought they were okay.
Yeah, their responses have been pretty much okay at best. Nothing groundbreaking or revolutionary, but okay at best.
Sometimes you just want a good game that works, you know?
Exactly.
Sometimes you don't need groundbreaking. You just want a game that's fun and you know it's going to work.
That just works.
And is it going to nickel and dime you for DLC or be a glitch fix?
Well, those games have not nickeled and dimed anybody for DLC, so...
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Star Child's talking about he was playing Saint Seiya trying to get a platinum. And he's almost there, but something about Well, I can't read that. Shoot,
Okay. I spent all day trying to get the last trophy on Saint Seiya's Soldier Soul. I'm sitting at 168 out of 169 items that I need to give me the trophy, but the last one won't drop. Lol.
Oh, I hate it when...
Yeah, when
Shit
that
like
RNG
that
does not want to...
Remember when I was trying to get the platinum in Shenmue and it said I
Yeah.
needed 50 gacha, and I had way more than 50 gacha, but it just wouldn't pop. The trophy just would not pop until I got about 100 gacha. Then it popped. Star Child says, too bad. What? Oh, jeez.
Too bad they didn't come out with a way to link the NES and SNES classic systems to the Switch, lol. Yeah.
That's another prediction I have about hardware and about the online, but we're still on third parties.
Yeah, but we got done with third parties, so now we can go ahead and we can move on to the prediction mill.
All right, so our own predictions. I got 2.
Okay.
1, the revision. I think it will be shown. And maybe that revision will fix some things like, oh, hey, you can still play these games on Classic Switch, but the revision, you'll finally be able to play Xenoblade in portable mode. You know, it's a little bit more powerful.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Please. First of all, what do you guys think about that? 'Cause then I got my other prediction.
It is possible. I mean, we did hear that Nintendo says that they only are planning to show software at E3. So, but there have been those who have, went back on their word and actually did show, surprise us with something.
Yeah.
I mean, even Sony and Microsoft have did that to a degree.
Yeah, that's true. They have said, we're not going to show that. They do show it.
And they do. Well, that's the thing.
Like
when the Wall Street Journal does say that, they're doing 2 revisions.
And that's a reputable source. Yeah. I mean, it's the freaking Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
They're not a tabloid.
Because it's been kind of confusing because we've been getting word that, there isn't going to be, the rumored revision. Then there's like, oh yeah, there will. Then no, there won't. Then yeah, there will. No, there won't. It's getting confusing, but by the sounds of it, it might not be what a lot of people are thinking of, which is a Pro, which is slightly more powerful. Better processor and everything. And then Lite, which is basically portable only, which I know is the popular thing, but it might not come down to that. It might just come down to maybe just it's smaller. You know what I mean? It might not be. Like, we probably will see a revision. It's just not what a lot of people are banking on.
Now, if they're doing the smaller revision for this year, do you think it will actually be the successor to the 3DS since Nintendo is phasing that out?
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Ultimately, yes.
Because I feel like the Switch is more than just one thing. I think it's their new line of consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, why spread yourself thin if you can do it?
Oh, exactly.
LPH said, I still want my N64 Classic, and Star Child says, cool story, Bob.
Cool story, Bob. Cool story, Bob. Yep. God bless a happy painting from Bob Ross. Did you have a second prediction there?
Yes,
Cass?
I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I remember I said it too. The second one is about the online. I had 2 problems with the Switch that, thankfully, they're not humongous problems. I mean,
but they're problems nevertheless.
It's still like I said, the thing about it not being powerful enough to run in portable, because especially if they want to replace the 3DS, you better make sure all the games run in portable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And second was the online, which that's also my other prediction is that they'll have some overhaul for the online.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully fixes the chat thing, and fixes even though it's a great price, what you're getting for it still doesn't feel like it's worth it. Like
it feels like a ripoff.
Hopefully they add something better than just you get any virtual console back. I can't believe the original Wii is still the best virtual console. Fix that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they are because they're listening. They're finally listening. Nintendo is being good guy, cool bro Nintendo, which they haven't been since what? GameCube era?
Yeah.
They've been bad cop for so long, but now they're just turning into good cop.
Yeah, finally. Which, because like I said, I've been the harshest critic of Nintendo since the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
And they're finally winning me back over to the point where, like I said before I streamed, I think I said it on the stream too, where I yelled at the PlayStation, "You keep this stuff up! You keep this up! I'm selling you for a Switch."
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, because that's true, Jerry. You and I have been the most harshest on Nintendo since then, but they've turned around for you and I. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is what I say. Like, look how well they're doing when they're turning me and you, who've been so angry at Nintendo for so long. Hey, you know what? They're not so bad after all. So that's why I'm saying they probably will do something for that online and make it worth it. And then I want you guys, and you guys can have your own. Well, you're the host, Double R, but.
Well,
those were
I would say, as far as your prediction goes for like the revision of the online or improvements to the online, definitely can see that being a definitive possibility, since there needs to be more in terms of like the games that you can stream, or there being a virtual console service, because all we've been just getting are NES games. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
That's terrible.
Ridiculous.
Where's Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Game Boy?
The original Wii had all that, and that was
Yeah.
2 generations ago. 2 whole generations ago.
Now, there is something that I could bring up in my own predictions that they could possibly might, speed up the process if they wanted to, but I'll leave that for basically the end. So,
Star Shell says something in the meantime.
I haven't kept up with Nintendo much. The only predictions I can think of is crossplay or maybe some additions of some sort, but I wouldn't know what else they could add to the Switch. Okay, Jeff, you want to give your own predictions? Whether they be realistic or just batshit insane, as Raiden would say from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Well, realistic. I think we just talked about with the console revisions. I do feel like there's going to be 2, one to replace the 3DS, called possibly the Switch Mini, and a Pro variant that will eventually phase out the current model. That's the realistic one for me.
So 2 SKUs.
Yeah, because I feel like that's where the console industry in general is going towards in the future. You know what I mean? Like one basic model and one Pro model.
Mm-hmm.
But for an out there prediction, I can see Nintendo putting massive bank towards a fighter.
I hope so.
Darkstalkers?
I was thinking more Virtua Fighter 6, but yeah, that would work too.
I was thinking of Bloody Roar.
Well,
that too, yeah, like any one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with any of those choices, yes.
Rival schools.
I'm happy with that choice as well.
Oh yeah, any of the choices, they sound really good. I mean, the Nintendo Switch has been a good place for fighters as well.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the Wii U, which remember that was my big complaint with the Wii U, Jeff?
Yeah, they just only had
Yeah.
I was like, where's the fighters, bro?
Sucked.
Well, there was Smash and Pokken Tournament.
Funny enough, Pokken Tournament was actually kind of good, yeah.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it got a DX Switch version, so there you go.
And we also have
I know, it's interesting.
SSBU on Switch as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that all you have to predict, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Metal. Any predictions from your end?
Alrighty. I've been watching carefully, but it wouldn't surprise me if we see more of Metroid Prime 4, even though I know it did have a bit of a restart. Still wouldn't surprise me if we saw an early teaser or, an early trailer, and it possibly being planning for coming, say, next year. Because if it had not, had to restart and, shift studios.
Star Trail wrote.
Yeah.
If it didn't have to shift studios, it probably would have been out, say, the end of this year. But because it did, I'm probably thinking middle to the end of next year for that. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we see the first inklings of that. It wouldn't surprise me if we maybe see the first inklings of a follow-up to Super Mario Party. because by all accounts, Super Mario Party did decently well.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mario Party usually always sells decently well, so it wouldn't surprise me if we see a new one of that or a spin-off or some such. I would love to see a new WarioWare game, since the most recent one was Gold, which was kind of a greatest hits of all the micro games, with a bunch of other insane shit thrown in there, because WarioWare games are pure insanity, but that's one reason why I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather see more of a Wario Land than a WarioWare.
A new Wario Land would be great too. Like, I would be 100% behind that too, because I played the crap out of all the ones on the Game Boy, not to mention the GameCube one. So
the Wario World, as it's called on
Wario
Game Boy.
World. Yeah, Wario World.
Have you played Wario Land Shaken on the Wii?
No, I haven't. No.
I mean, it's definitely like the old Game Boy games, but with a more cartoonish aspect to its visual design. It's actually not that bad, but the only thing that kills it for me is basically having to use the Wiimote to actually shake it, as the name implies, for the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to make Wario run fast.
Yeah, it's the gimmick, so what do you expect?
Yeah, of course.
I had another thought, but then it vanished.
LPH asked, what if a No More Heroes fighting game?
I could definitely...
That would be nice.
That would be nice. I mean, Suda51 did say that he has been very surprised with how well the Switch has been doing, as well as, I would say, Travis Strikes Again, or Travis Strikes Again, with its performance sales-wise, that he is planning on wanting to do something or do more stuff for the Nintendo Switch in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and speaking of fighting games, again, it's another thing where it wouldn't surprise me. I follow up to because it has been long enough since the first game, and I guess the deluxe release, that we could probably announce a podcast.
Can you guys hear him?
No.
No.
He kind of broke up.
Yeah, you kind of broke up there a little bit, Metal.
How's this?
Better.
Better?
Could you repeat that? What you were trying to predict there?
How's that?
There you go.
Better.
Better.
Okay. I don't know what was going on, but okay, I'll walk it back a little bit. So yeah, like, new Wario Land / Wario World would be great. New WarioWare, great, love it. Insane shit. Would love to see a follow-up to Pokken Tournament, because it's been long enough since the first game came out that we've already got, the deluxe.
That's true.
Or Turbo Edition or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be about time that maybe we should be getting another one that might take on an appearance more like, Tekken and Street Fighter are now, with
going down. I don't know.
With that kind of more, games as a service kind of method. And I have a cat in my face.
Hey, kitty.
Okay. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw something like that, but then again, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't. Like I said, hopefully see the first trailer for Metroid Prime 4.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is sad, because it could have been out this year, but then it had to get shuffled around, so it'll probably be next year now, but I'm not mad.
As long as it gets made and gets made well, yeah.
Yes.
I ain't mad. It also wouldn't surprise me if we see the announcement of a new Donkey Kong game.
It's long enough, yeah.
Yeah, again, because, there was Donkey Kong Country Returns, and then
the re-release of Tropical Freeze with Funky Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, with Funky, and I know...
if they are gonna make a new Donkey Kong Country game in the style of Returns and Tropical Freeze, while Retro is working on Metroid Prime 4, I can definitely see a new Donkey Kong Country game being done by the other studio that's also been working on it currently, and that's Monster Games.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, they worked on the 3DS port for Donkey Kong Country Returns, as well as working alongside Retro Studios with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Nintendo Wii U and the Switch.
Yeah. Another thing, obviously, is a new Kid Icarus game. Not necessarily a port of Uprising, but maybe just more like something in that vein, but, all new with, non-infuriating controls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, and this is coming from someone who actually got used to it after a while, because I used the circle pad, because it was a lot easier to hold, but even then, like, my hand got cramped after a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, and here I am looking to buy the game again now that I have a new 3DS. So, yeah, but again, something like that would be super spectacular. But other than that, yeah, I guess that's my predictions.
Okay. Now let's go on to me, since I'm the last on the list when it comes to predictions. Most of them are pretty much going to be, I would say, possible. Now, in terms of, like, anything that's just that's a crazy-ass prediction, it's probably going to be very minimal this year.
LPH says something before you go.
Oh, yeah, new DK game with King K. Rool. I agree. Kremlings need to make a
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
They've been AWOL for too long. I'd say it's about time for them to make a comeback.
Amen.
Anyways, now on to my predictions. Now, when going back to the Switch Online service, there has been, how we want to see more games being put on to the Switch's streaming service. Now, aside from just NES, of course. Now, there has been that rumor going around that Nintendo may actually be teaming up with Microsoft, not only with Sony, but with Microsoft when it comes to their cloud gaming service. What's it called? Like Microsoft Azure Gaming Cloud or whatever it is?
xCloud.
All right, xCloud.
xCloud, yeah.
Yes. So I'm thinking
Azure Gaming Cloud. That sounds like a Blaze Blue version of it.
It does.
So I could definitely see that being a possibility. Well, I'm not sure in terms of the development side of things, but if they want to try to get more of their back catalog into the streaming service a lot faster, if they need a more stable streaming service, which the xCloud definitely seems to be more why both Microsoft and Sony are teaming up for that matter when it comes to streaming. So it's definitely possible that Nintendo may actually team up with them too, because we all know that Cuphead came out on the Nintendo Switch last month, and I'm highly thinking that there's got to be more to their partnership than what we just got with that game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's Starchild mentioned crossplay earlier in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I can see that happening.
Well, yeah, Minecraft already has it, so why not?
Yeah, we had Minecraft, but recently, like I said, we had Cuphead. But in terms of, like, games and that kind of stuff, I know that there's been that rumor going around that we might actually see a Microsoft IP on the Nintendo Switch. I'm not sure how credible it is, but just take it with a grain of salt, people. But if it is a Microsoft game on a Nintendo console for another one that's coming on there, I can definitely see something like Rare Replay being on there, but include all the games that are exclusive on the Nintendo side.
Yep.
I could definitely see that being possible. But in terms of everything else, I'm not entirely certain. I know there's some saying that maybe Halo will actually make a appearance on there, especially with something like, I don't know, maybe it's the Master Chief Collection, but that could be a bit of a wide stretch. But yeah, it's just I highly expect that there is something that's collaboration related that we'll actually hear from both Nintendo and Microsoft at this year's E3. Or if Nintendo wanted to surprise us, then they would definitely be on their the Nintendo E3 Direct. Now, when it comes to games that we possibly might see at the event, we know that since development has shifted from whoever Nintendo had working on Metroid Prime 4 originally to Retro Studios, there's got to be some more, or something that could tide us over, or tide us gamers or Nintendo owners or Nintendo Switch owners over until Metroid Prime 4 comes out. Now, a lot of people have been speculating that we might be getting an HD re-release of the Metroid Prime trilogy that released over 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
But more of a, I would say an HD remaster, if anything. I mean, it would be nice. But
I can see it happening.
Mm-hmm. But if they want to tide people even more, then I'd say maybe either whatever it is that Ubisoft may be collaborating with Nintendo on again, if they are collaborating with them on a Nintendo IP, maybe something Metroid related with them, whether it be something like Starlink or like something entirely new, like a new game or something. Or I would say bring about an HD port of Metroid Samus Returns that came out a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That would
Jeff
be nice.
mentioned that. Remember when our biggest viewed video on TGF's YouTube is our reaction to that. And Jeff said it, and I said, it looks like it's only 3. So like, oh, come on. And I agree with you, Jeff, even though, like, they should have done it on Switch too. Now's the time to do it because they want to phase out 3DS. Let those games that you can't play on 3DS anymore, or people moved on from 3DS, make them playable on Switch.
Yeah, I mean,
Great Project Cross.
And even with the Nintendo Switch, there are benefits that you can add into it, like better visuals, better frame rate, maybe a bit more newer bells and whistles than what we have seen with the original 3DS remake. So yeah, I'm definitely saying that may be something that's possible that we'll see at this year's E3. Now, in terms of prediction, or and other games that I see, if they are just like ports or anything like that, before I talk about what I see as being out of left field, I know there has been that tease from either a year or two ago from Platinum Games Twitter with characters from the Wonderful 101 playing on a Nintendo Switch. So there is that possibility that the game is slated for a release on the Nintendo Switch in the future, but I'm thinking that it's going to be an outside studio who's actually working on the port for that game, but just, have it more fine-tuned for the Nintendo Switch standards. But I don't know, it's definitely possible that could maybe be at a bit of left field, but I'm not entirely certain. Now in terms of the crazy predictions, and these I could definitely see being possible, but maybe way too left field or a far outfield or anything like that. If I want to go for that terminology,
just go with the ones that you want to. Just go with the heart.
Yeah. You remember back about a decade ago when Super Mario Galaxy released in 2007, and we had Super Mario Odyssey released a couple years ago. What if they announced a sequel to Super Mario Odyssey at this year's E3, like what they did for Super Mario Galaxy 2 at E3 2009?
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
I can see it.
That was gonna be one of my predictions.
Because
earlier, and I was like, oh, I'll let someone else.
Looking at the game itself, I still enjoy it for what it is, but I felt that there could have been some more things that could have been done to the overall game to make it a bit more of an enjoyable experience. And with the ideas that they've been doing with the downloadable content, I could definitely see them implementing some of those ideas as well as a plethora of newer ones in a sequel, if they did. Kind of like how they developed Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now, another crazy prediction I believe that I want to see happen. It's been about 5 years since Mario Kart 8 originally released on the Wii U, and even though we did get the Nintendo Switch port a couple of years ago, how about a new Mario Kart game be announced, an original one?
I think it's time.
A new one, yes.
I think it's time.
I was thinking about that too because I was like, wait a minute, the Mario Kart is just a port of the Wii U one. Where's the new one?
Yeah, I mean it just seems like it's the perfect time, too, because the Nintendo Switch does not have its own original Mario Kart game yet.
I think I have a suspicious feeling that's what's going to be announced this year's E3, to be honest. Because that re-release was launched in the launch year of the Switch, right?
Yes, it was. It was a
So, yeah.
launch window at least, if not.
Yeah,
launch
so
title.
I feel like it is going to be coming out very soon, possibly next year. So yeah, 2019 reveal for 2020 release makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Now, in terms of The Legend of Zelda, I really can't see anything else aside from Link's Awakening Remake being shown at the event. So I definitely think this year is another one of those rest years for like The Legend of Zelda at least. But aside from
Link's Awakening comes, yeah, 'cause that's gonna at least like you mentioned about tiding people over. They'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Starchild asks, "Is Mario Kart multiplayer online?"
Yes.
I believe it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And speaking of Mario Kart, they also released the closed beta for those who registered for it today. So if you have a Android and I think an iPhone as well as a Google account, then you can definitely get into the beta if you registered for it. But if not, then I'm not sure how much longer it'll be until that game releases. But anyway, back to where I was at. Now, if they are going to bring about new surprises for new games, even from long dormant franchises, I could definitely see possibly maybe this year we'll actually see a brand new Golden Sun from Camelot Software Planning, even though that might still be wide stretch since they already had Mario Kart Aces released last year. But I wouldn't be surprised if at least, if we got a tease or something for a new game. And, but by golly, it's been far so long since this game has actually seen a release on consoles. But damn it, give me a new F-Zero, please.
That would be nice.
But the question is, who would be at the forefront to develop it?
It's crazy, but since Microsoft and Nintendo have become even more buddy-buddy, why not have a collaboration with freaking not Turn 10 but Playground?
Starchild, man. I hope that comes back. He said I was thinking of F-Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's been, 15 years since the last F-Zero game on the GameCube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least release that iteration on the freaking Switch.
Right, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With online multiplayer.
With online, yes.
You can do that as a freaking test. I mean, come on, Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Customers.
Like, don't take it wrong. Like, I do respect Miyamoto, but when he said that the real reason why we haven't had a new installment is because they need to think of a gimmick first.
No, I'm sorry. You don't need to think about gimmicks.
No, you don't.
Exactly. That's Nintendo. That's one of my old problems with Nintendo back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Miyamoto, let your developers have more creative freedom over your ideas. You don't need to dictate what should be made and what shouldn't be made.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, his time is over. Like, it's the new blood's time to shine. Let them bring their creativity to the spotlight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the reason why Splatoon worked so well when it debuted a couple years back, right, guys?
Yep. Now, what else was I gonna say? Oh, yes. And also, I definitely, aside from the other games that we mentioned that we are knowing that we're going to see there, I definitely think that we might actually hear the announcement of a brand new Pikmin.
Nice.
Because,
definitely plus.
I think it was confirmed that there is a fourth game that's happening, but it's been quite a while since that rumor was brought up or that word was brought up by Miyamoto, but yeah, I definitely see there being another Pikmin game in the pipeline.
There's a crazy one that I just thought of now.
Okay.
Prediction. Not super crazy, but I was like, yeah, people have been asking for it. I think it's time. You remember how people were asking for Switch ports of Shenmue 1 and 2?
Yes.
Yep.
I think that could happen.
Mm-hmm. Definitely seems possible. I mean, Sega has been very supportive of Nintendo in these recent times.
Especially recently, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Sega.
maybe release 3 on there as well when it comes out.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
because it is being made with Unreal Engine 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And the Nintendo Switch can handle that.
That's true.
From what I've seen of the game, it looks like it could run on Switch. LPH says, or F-Zero beat 'em up. Hey, Captain Falcon could be a beat 'em up hero, too.
That could.
Yeah, I could. Just do Falcon punches left and right.
I mean, heck, isn't his canonical bio being a mercenary in the series?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
I'll tell you, another one that I would like to see is a return of Pilot Wings, but more done in the original OG factor with how the series was done. Not in the vein of like Pilot Wings Resort, where it was just basically based on the Mii's.
And you know what? That's for a perfect niche, small,
like a download game.
Yeah, exactly, for the eShop. So yeah, that will work.
Mm-hmm. But as far as everything else, I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head. I also expect to hear some, possibly some new collaborations or something aside from what they show with the first party content. But who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Any of you guys want to give any more predictions, or did you have anything else that's in your mind?
Not me.
One at a decent length. I'm trying to think of Pokemon. We already talked about, and that's already a given.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to talk about Pokemon, so no, I don't think I have anything else.
How about you,
Metal?
I mean, yeah, obviously, really look forward to Sword and Shield, but
Oh, I forgot.
You never know those.
I forgot one other thing that I do know for a fact that we possibly might see, and that's the next 2 DLC characters for Smash Ultimate.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. We say Goku.
You know what?
It's not going to be
Goku. Paperboy? Really?
You know what? Honestly, I'm not bashing Smash or the recent iteration, but it's the same problem I have for Tekken 7, especially what Capcom did with Street Fighter V this generation. That Seasons Pass they did for the DLC characters and not revealing the other 4.
Yeah.
Why would I put down $25 or $30 and on a whim that it might be something
exactly?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Like, it's fun to be a fan, but you can't, let your bias overshadow your cloud your judgment, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I hope that the remaining 3 reveals are good. But why would I put down 25 even for something I don't like? Like, for example, I'm not the biggest fan of Persona. Why would I care about Joker?
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's just me, but...
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mention Persona 5, because we do have Persona 5 Scramble that's coming out, but it's probably coming out next year.
That's true. But, no, if they want to entice someone like me or Jerry, who's more into the traditional fighter, bring a more traditional fighter into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, heck, you brought in Ryu from freaking Street Fighter as well as Ken. What about some Virtual Fighter love?
Yeah, they have Akira in the game as make him a proper playable character.
Or heck, what about Ryu Hayabusa from freaking DOA/Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden was on Nintendo, so yeah, he counts.
Okay, I think that's it on my end.
Yeah, we've been.
I think we made pretty good time.
I figured this would be a shorter one.
Yeah.
I figured this would be shorter.
Mm-hmm.
So, Double R, you're the host. You lead us into wrap us up. Wrap it up.
Okay, so you want me to go ahead and plug?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. I like how I'm like, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, you can follow me on youtube.com/RPGreviews. That's where I usually create most of my content. I'm currently working on episode 10 of my Final Fantasy retrospective, which covers all the games in the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy, as well as Final Fantasy Type 0, since the lore that surrounds Final Fantasy 13, it does have some connection to Type 0, at least. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Hopefully I want to get done before the end of this year, but who knows. You can also follow me on facebook.com/RPGreviews. That's my Facebook fan page. Also on twitter.com/RPGreviews, where that is my personal page on Twitter, as well as twitch.tv/RPGreviews, where I do my live streams. I've been contemplating on when to get back on my live streams, but hopefully I'll get back to that soon, but I'm not entirely sure, but maybe there'll be something in the pipeline soon, but I will let you all know in my social media feeds for further details, as well as our Discord server, too. Be sure you also join us there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, but yeah, I really enjoyed this Road to E3 2019 live stream series, and definitely looking forward to E3 in the next couple weeks. I mean, even though it's sad that our Road to E3 series has come to an end, but it's just that so long wait until E3 comes in the next couple weeks. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to that too, but hate the wait. But, yeah, had a lot of fun. Looking forward to E3, but definitely looking forward to our stream for this Saturday.
Yep.
All right, that's it on my end. Who's next?
I'll go next.
All right, go ahead.
You can follow me not only on Twitter, but also here on Twitch.tv. Same. It's just one word, 16-bit Jeff. With Twitch, it's looking more likely I'm returning at the end of next month, beginning of July. Looks again. It's more to be determined, but it's looking that way. But like Jerry has, and all of us have said in the past, we have a Discord. You can click on the icon at the bottom or the link provided in the chat. If you want to get in contact with us, and honestly, it's the easiest way and the fastest way to get in contact with us. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Metal, why don't you go next?
Okay, thanks. Follow me on Twitter at VisibleNinja0. Check me out on YouTube at Visible Ninja Dojo. And of course, check out my live talk show Mondays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Mondays, it's the Gundam/Mecha show. And then on Wednesdays, it's the Tokusatsu show. Though starting June 5th, those are merging together into one super show that will be Wednesdays at 9 p.m. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Okay, and last but not least.
All right, you can check me out, FighterCouse, at twitter.com/FighterCouse. And pretty much everywhere else on social media, I am the same name, FighterCouse, just like you see it there on the screen. Right there under my webcam, you see the name FighterCouse. Although it's all one word, all lowercase, but you know, same spelling, same. Actually, they don't care about cases in URLs.
No.
Topos.io/series/New Courage, or just go to Topos.io and look for New Courage or Mixtape. If you don't have any money, like me, like I literally don't have any money, like I'm actually like they know my situation, like I'm kind of living on the edge here. If you don't have any money but you still want to, I am at the edge. What am I talking about? If you don't have any money, you want to support me, check it out. The webcomic is the best way to do it because it gives me ad revenue.
Yep.
And my Twitter, check my pinned tweet on my Twitter, and it also gives you the link to my Ko-fi, which is also a way to help me if you do have money to send my way. And basically, I don't want to be like I said, if you don't have, don't worry about it. Just that's where you want to help me out if you want to help me out.
Yeah. If.
Everywhere else, like I said, FighterCouse, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, FighterCouse.
Yep.
Pixiv, DeviantArt, FighterCouse. YouTube, the name is FighterCouse, but the URL is Brad Burns' rival. But just search FighterCouse on YouTube.
Yeah, you'll find it.
Yep. And that's me.
All right. So, yeah, we're done with our Road to E3 series, and we will be returning this Saturday for the Geek Fighters Live, and we'll be going into Shenmue. So we're going into Jerry's territory with the Dreamcast.
I'll probably be narrating the whole thing.
Yeah, and he'll help guide me through the game, since I'm one of those people who have not beaten Shenmue, and definitely would love to beat it.
Yes, and I know everything about that game. So.
Yes, you do, Jer.
So, the best way to play it is literally the best way to play. I don't know how to beat this game. Well, thank goodness you have me. I don't. This game is embedded into me.
Yeah, he's like a walking encyclopedia when it comes to Shenmue.
Yeah.
All right, I've had fun. Double R's had fun. Double R, take it away.
All right. Well, be sure to join us for this Saturday, and to sign off, I am Double RPG.
16-bit Jeff.
Visible Ninja.
I'm FighterCouse.
And, hey, FighterCouse, take it away and give us those two lovely words that you use to end off a live stream.
Nimyo. Kanyo.
Piccolo popping bottles, peace out. We'll see you this Saturday. We'll see you at E3, everybody. To all you Saya people.